Councilmember Rick Cole here with your Monday, August 24th Council Preview. I realize it makes more sense to begin with the most important items on our Council agenda rather than go through on a chronological basis. So let's begin with the most important item, which is the future of the 710 stub. You know that that's the gaping hole that Caltrans gouged in the center of our city to make way for the extension of the 710 freeway. Well, that never happened, and so Caltrans has given us that land back with the opportunity to heal those half-century-old scars and to reconnect Old Pasadena with some of our most beautiful historic neighborhoods. But how do we do that? Well, we spent 2.5 years with a community task force to come up with a vision for commercial development closer to Colorado Boulevard, a lot of housing, parks and public amenities, as well as calming the traffic that now uses it as a cut-through freeway. But how do we actually achieve that vision? How do we finance it? How do we overcome some of the topographical and engineering challenges? How do we manage real estate development instead of turning it over to a private developer to guide that vision? How do we make sure it's the community's vision? Well, we turn to an organization called ULI. That's the Urban Land Institute. It's a national organization of real estate professionals. And they offer something called a TAP, a technical advisory panel, where they'll bring to your community experts from around the region and around the country to help you overcome real estate challenges. And they've issued a report which has an important recommendation that I strongly support, because we don't want to turn this over to a private developer. We want the public to have the capacity to manage this project through to completion. But we don't have a real estate professional capacity in city government. We run a police department, a fire department, a library department. We don't have a real estate department, a real estate development department. So we need to set up one. And what does that look like? Well, the report from ULI suggests, and I want to read this, the distinct goals of the 710 stub project call for a new type of governance structure that provides the flexibility the city's municipal format can sometimes struggle to accommodate. A hybrid structure for the area must be compatible to public-private partnerships, investment and development needs, and capable of enduring economic cycles and political trends while remaining focused on future implementation phases. It makes a lot of sense, and we'll be talking about how to bring that about, what are the details, and what's the schedule for making that happen. We have a short consent calendar, but we have one item that I'm going to be pursuing. It's a $1.6 million contract to tear down and rebuild a larger hangar for our police helicopters. Last year, there was controversy over the purchase of 2 new helicopters for the police department. I supported it because they were modern helicopters that would replace our aging 3 helicopters. I thought that made, in the long run, economic sense. But we weren't told that that would necessitate spending $1.65 million more for upgrading the facilities to accommodate those helicopters. I don't like that lack of transparency, and I'll be asking for answers about why we didn't hear about that before making that important purchase. We also are making a number of appointments, and we also will be talking in closed session about both litigation and labor negotiations.